Steve Buscemi, welcome back to the show. It's great to see you standing. Oh, come on, they love you. We love you. Come on, that's what's up. We have a lot to get into because you had many amazing projects that are happening right now for you that's going on. First off, I just want to talk to you about the studio.
Oh, yeah.
Your cameo in that. Oh, first off, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
No, good. Sorry. I already talked to you backstage, so I do know that you're good. But anyway, the studio was one of the funniest things. How do you, who calls you when you get that?
Well, I just got the script, from my agent. I was shooting another movie in New Zealand, and I was supposed to be back in New York because I had another film that I directed that I had to do press for, and then I get this thing to show up in L.A. to do this. I went, it's Seth Rogen? All right, well, I should read it, but I can't do it. I don't have time. And I read it, and I was reading these horrible things that they're saying about me. They toned it down.
They
actually
really
toned it down, yeah. Like, who is this bug-eyed, corpse-like, whatever? I can't remember. And then Seth called me, and he says, look, we love you, and we want you to, and of course I'll do it. Sure, yeah. It was so much fun. It was so much fun.
It turned out fantastic. It's you and Marty Scorsese and.
Oh, I love that he was doing it. He was so funny.
I mean, both of you guys were great.
Yeah.
They also have a big thing where they're trying to pronounce your last name.
Yes.
And
yes.
At one point they said Buscemi.
That's
like
the only
bruschetta. Buscemi.
Yeah. I don't like that one.
That's so funny.
Buscemi, that's like I like that.
Buscemi, but it's not, right?
But well, that is the Italian way to say it. But but I just didn't grow up that way.
How'd you grow up?
Growing up, we said Buscemi, which is like I can't even do that anymore. So now I say Buscemi.
You said Buscemi.
I sort of take a little bit from each pronunciation. I don't know how to say my own name.
When we talked about this once when you did a little stand-up, did you go under Buscemi then?
No, I shortened it to Buse. And you can imagine the fun that MCs had with that.
Yes, Buse.
Larry David introduced me when I auditioned for the Improv. He was the MC. Yeah.
No way.
And then I got to work with him many, many years.
Does he remember that?
Of course not. No. No reason he should remember.
Last time I saw you was at the premiere for Happy Gilmore 2.
Yeah, that was fun.
Oh my gosh, you crushed it. You were fantastic.
Thank you.
You and John Daly, who knew the chemistry that you have with golfer legend John Daly?
I don't follow sports really, and golf I don't follow at all. And so when I saw the call sheet and it said John Daly, I thought it was a buddy of mine his name is John Daly. He's a very funny actor, comedic actor. And I went, oh, great, I'm going to be working with John Daly again. And I get on set, and this like bearded guy smoking a cigarette comes up to, hey, Adam, how you doing? Hey, is this the Bush? Yeah, all right, man, we're going to... I thought he was a Teamster. I was like,
who is this guy?
Who is this guy?
That's John Daly.
And he walked away, and Adam goes, that's John Daly. And he had to give me a whole education. Adam texted me a video about his whole life.
Oh, he's an amazing golfer. Yeah,
this guy's amazing.
But you guys had good chemistry together. I mean,
we did, and then he would put us in scenes, and Adam just likes to yell things out, or we could improvise. And one of the takes, John, he kind of hits me, but not hard.
Yeah.
But I hit him back.
Yeah, that's a great scene. You start punching each other.
And he kind of looked at me, and then we got into it. We were really
You started wrestling.
Yeah. And
that's fantastic. Now you're
great.
buddies.
Yeah.
And then, speaking of buddies, can we talk about Bad Bunny?
Oh, sure, yeah.
You and Bad One of the biggest artists on the planet. This is you, and this is Bad Bunny. I don't know if you could see. Wow.
So I didn't know who John Daly was, but I knew who Bad Bunny was.
Okay, good. Okay, yeah. You should. That makes
me
me happy. Yeah, you should know.
But when I got to set, he looked like that the whole time I was there.
Oh, that's odd.
I never got to really see what he looked like.
You can't really talk to him when he's like a vampire.
I know. But then I did see him at the reunion show,
SNL.
the 50, and we had a nice conversation. And,
he's the greatest.
How good is he in Happy Gilmore 2?
Oh, by the way, he's so funny in it. Yes, he's fantastic in that as well.
Too, yeah.
And he's crushing it right now in Puerto Rico. So what he's doing, he's just amazing. I love that guy.
Yeah.
And now congrats on Wednesday. Here we go.
Thank you.
The first part came out. It was the #1 show in 88 countries. That's not too shabby, but yeah, it's massive.
good.
What's it like to join the cast on that thing? Do you?
I mean, I've been a fan of the show Addams Family since I was a kid, right?
Me too.
And then the movies, and then the first season too. Before I knew I was going to be in the second season, I loved the first season.
Is it weird to come in when the show's already shot for a
It
couple?
is, even though everybody was great, and I had worked with Tim Burton before, and I had worked with Jenna Ortega before, but still, you come into something that's so well established and that people love. It is a little intimidating. It happened to me years ago when I did The Sopranos. When I first came onto that show, I was directing. And my first day on set, I had to go up to Jimmy Gandolfini and say stuff to him. And I was so nervous because I really believed he was Tony Soprano.
That's really funny.
Walk up to him and say, "Hey, Jimmy, do you mind?" And all he would do was look at me
Never mind.
No, it's good. That's good. That's good.
You got it perfect.
You know
You nailed
I
it.
like
No.
what you did. I like what you did.
I love what you
Let's go
did.
again. Come on. Let's go.
In Wednesday there are supernatural events, and I was going to ask you if you've ever got into anything supernatural or ever met a psychic or anything, or.
I actually, growing up, my dad was a sanitation worker and, pretty conservative guy, but he was very open-minded about the occult. He loved reading books about the occult or reincarnation. Edgar Cayce was this psychic that he, and he had a psychic friend. I don't know how he met him. His name was Erwin Greif, spelled Grief, but he pronounced it Greif.
That's a great name.
Erwin Greif, little guy, kind of balding, really thick glasses, wore platform shoes, and he would come
fantastic.
to our house because my dad would have these psychic parties, and he would give you a reading. You'd give him an object or a picture, and he would tell you about the person, and I feel this.
Yes.
Yes, this is a very angry person.
He's talking to you right now.
I
He's
know,
very
yeah,
upset.
yeah,
What you
something
did to
up
him.
you, yeah. But he was good. He was he was the real deal. And
I love that.
But my dad was always into that stuff. You know what he was into?
Yeah.
The healing power of pyramids, which I didn't know this was a thing. But he used to make his own pyramids out of balsa wood. And I remember he kept it under the bed of my grandmother lived with us then. He kept it under her bed.
Like a good luck thing, or?
As a healing thing. She lived to be 98.
Wow.
And then, and then he would, the bottom was hollowed out, and he would sometimes wear the pyramid on his head, like a hat.
Yeah, of course.
And then sometimes I'd come home late at night on the weekend, and he'd be in his favorite chair, like a cigarette burning in the ashtray. The Tonight Show was on, but he'd be totally dead asleep with
the pyramid on his head,
tilted to the side, and he'd be snoring, snoring, and I'd be like, all right,
That's fantastic.
It's working for you.
Every time you see a pyramid, you think of Pops?
You know what? My dad died 10 years ago, and he was cremated, and I keep his ashes in a pyramid urn.
Oh, good. See, that's what I'm talking about. Good for you. How do we set up who you play in the season of Wednesday?
So, I'm the new principal, Principal Dort. He's kind of
Another great name.
kind of a dork, but he's named Dort.
Dort.
And he is very gung-ho, being an outcast, but there's something nefarious going on. Ooh. We're not sure what, but
we'll find out.
Yeah.
I want to show everyone a clip. Here's Steve Buscemi in.
Just call me Buse.
Yeah, Buse. In Wednesday. Take a look at this.
Who on earth is that?
Principal Dort.
Dort? Never heard of him. And he certainly wasn't on my list of pre-approved successes.
Happy Dia de los Muertos. Anything for a T-shirt, am I right? All right. This is also our Outcast Day of Remembrance. Following annual tradition, at midnight the Remembrance Procession will head to the Nevermore Cemetery and pay our respects to all those who have gone before us. Don't worry, it won't be a complete downer because there will also be food trucks after. Food trucks! Yeah!
He's a carnival barker masquerading as an educator.
Come on, Steve Buscemi, everyone! Wednesday season 2 is now streaming on Netflix. More Tonight Show after the break. Stick around.